Taurus, how you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 11th through to the 16th or 17th of March. Getting closer to your birthday season now, so you may be feeling the times of autumn. And I talk about autumn not in the world, but I talk about autumn with you as your energy vibration. And your rhythms in life. So you're moving you're fully on into your autumn period, and usually you sort of reflect over the past. If you've seen the messages from energy, you'll know the elements that we're going to be going into. You'll also know that this week here is all about consciously taking steps forward. And as you take those conscious steps forward, you're getting to the idea of every step is creating your future. But the difference is here, we're playing for real. And it's you've got to be very conscious about the steps you take, because there's no taking them back. So yeah, that's on the messages from energy. Go and it's on our channel. It will be you'll be able to find it very easy. It'll be about my head anyway at the end of this reading. And we do have the live as well on the Sunday night at 9 o'clock UK time, where you can ask questions. You can ask questions about this reading and so forth, and anything else about the topic that we'll be talking about energy at the weekend. Let's just see what's going on for you generally this week here. Well, it's a bit of a conundrum for you really, because it's difficult how you put them together, and I think it's putting them together in the here and now, but there seems to be forces that are pulling one way and you want to go the other, and in order to go the other you need that force with you. So it's putting a bit of predicament on the relationship side of there, of sort of like what pathway you want to be taking, more than anything else. And it's making you a little bit flustered in your decision making, and this is where the autumn period comes in, and you need to recognize it. And you need to recognize by just sort of taking things out and sort of kind of going whoa, 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 and not allowing your fires to come to the surface. If they come to the surface, you'll end up saying or doing something that could be a little bit detrimental to you. Okay, so I'd just be a little bit wary about that. On your financial side, there is very stimulating things happening for you in the future, and it's giving you that direction. And I think this is where we come into the work play ethic, and you need a bit of balance back into your life in this respect. If you can gain that balance within your life, noting that you do need to concentrate on the fundamental pathways that you want to be taking on your relationship side, it needs time. Therefore, you need to be conscious about how much time you put into your workspace here. Yeah, there is a direction that's taking you, but it's also, there's a lot of decision making going on the general pathway, on the karmic path and everything like that. So a lot of things going on for you this week here, Taurus. Let's see where the general energy is. The general energy is pulled back here. It's pulled back into your karmic path, and it's sorting, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, sorting the chaff from the wheat, getting involved. Yeah, look at that. Use your fire to sorting stuff out. She's concentrating on one thing, right? But she's got at the base, she's got loads of things going on around her. And I think this is where you need to be. This week here is one thing after another. That's what it needs to be here. On the relationship side here, it seems to be, your pathway has been led by something external. Yeah, you've got to be wary. You've got to keep your cool. As I'm saying, be wary about what you say. Don't try and say too much, because it may put you in a bit of hot bother. Your karmic path is to say relax, cool, you allow things to happen around you before you actually start making any sort of decisions. The synchronicities in the world here, there's a real determination or a real force trying to drag you into the unknown. You've got to be very strong about this. Yeah, you've got the Emperor card here, as well as the King of Cups. I know it's the King of Wands, sorry, not the Emperor card, I do apologise. The King of Wands and the King of Cups here. Sit in your power. I think here is that you need to choose the engagement that is good for you, that you can deal with at the moment. That's where you're going to bring the situation back under control, as it were. And in the past here, the past is playing into that that King of Wands. There has been a leap of faith in the past in regards to your relationships and so forth. And now, you know, it's like that leap of faith has been done, and you've got your feet on the ground and kind of go, right, let's get this into action, as it were. In your future self, it's all about the decisions you're making this week here in the engagement. In your future self, yes, there is a direction from this leap of faith that needs to be followed up, and I think it needs good sort of judgment. And I think you're realizing, this is where I said I think there's a lot of stress. There may be a lot of emotional stress and strain. Be very wary of that. Make sure you do a lot of meditation. You get the 9 of swords there in the future there. This nightmare doesn't need to happen if you are, you know, if you're calm, cool, collective about it all. The engagement of this week here, being straight as a die, and you know, just not messing about. It's understanding how you play with your fire. This is exactly what I said here. You've got the Queen of Wands here. It's obviously, you know, and you get the Page of Wands of how you should engage in life. You've obviously got that. Look at that. You've got the King and Queen of Wands, and you get the Page of Wands on your relationship side here. It's all about understanding and having, you know, a real control over your inner fire, your passions. And you do have a lot of fire in you. We'll see that on the elements at the end. But this needs to be addressed in a way that's calm, cool, and collected, basically. Don't let it go shooting off the rails, basically. Let's just see what's going on the financial side here. It's all about, you know, you might have started a business or started a career path or project with an idea that this is what I want out of it and this is how I'm going to get it. And as you're going through life, you're realizing, you're kind of going, well, I'm not sure if I actually want what I originally wanted. And it's repositioning a past to the future. And it's demanding how you convert what you have at the moment into a future that is good for you, basically. Let's just see what's going on with the karmic path. You get the 4 of Swords. Yeah, I think you're realizing that all that glittered is not necessarily going to be gold. And I think it's not that you're not earning your money or doing anything like that. I just think you're realizing that maybe it's not as satisfying as you thought it would be. Okay. Let's see what goes on with the synchronicities within your world. They seem to be straight. And I think this is because you've started off on a pathway which is fantastic. And I just think you need to bring another aspect into it. Yeah, look at that. It's really straight up. Let's get the 2 of Cups here. As I said, you know, you may not have been completely convinced by what you've actually got out of the situation. And now the situation, you know, the synchronicities around you is almost as if you're sort of saying, I'm only going to let in stuff that makes me feel good about what I'm doing. And it's not that you don't feel good about what you're doing, but it's not exactly what it said on the tin. What's inside the tin is not exactly what it said on the tin. And I think you're getting kind of going, how can I change this? So let's just see what that pass is all about. Yeah, you had the Page of Wands. Look at that. You've now got the King and Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands, and now you get the Knight of Wands, sorry. So you went off on this passionate mission, and it was really explosive, and it's been really good for you, and it has been good. But now it's a case of how do you get that zest back into your career path, into your projects and so forth, and how do you allow that to feed your future? Let's just see what's going on to your future. You get the 6 of Cups. It's all about the journey, isn't it? You know, it is all about the journey, people. You know, you might have goals in life. Everybody has goals in life, be it personal or material or whatever it is. We all have goals in life. And yeah, it's very enjoyable achieving that goal. But once it's achieved, it's achieved. And when you go forward in life, you're going to remember every step that you did in order to get to that achievement. And I think this is, it's like you're itching to go on another mission, to take on another challenge. That's what it feels like. What's the engagement of this week here? It's being that boulder in the river so you can then see how things float around you. And then you can be in a position kind of going, I like the look of that branch there, I'm going to get it. And then you could do, you make sculpture out of, beech wood, wood that you find at the beach, and, it's that sort of thing. It's finding a new passion. Yeah, that's it. Look at her. She is sat on a rock in the middle of a river. Capricorn card. Really beautiful energy here for you. It's knowing that you're going to get the results. But she's waiting. She knows she's going to get the results. She knows she's going to get the good stuff because she's sat at the tree of knowledge. You have an enormous amount of knowledge within you. And it's now a case of wanting to go off on a new journey and waiting for it to happen. Patience is a virtue for you this week here. Let's just have a look at your energies and the elements that are in your on your flower. We're going to be looking at the earth and water. Now you're an earth sign, so in theory it should be good for you. But you've got this earth at the surface and you've got this fire at the base. But look at this. On every single petal, you've got that fire at your base. And that's what you've got to be wary about, that fire coming to the surface. This is where the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands come into play. And it's also, you get this bit of earth here with this water connection is about that connecting the past to your future. And you get the similar sort of thing going on with your relationship side. So I think we're going to pull some cards on that section there of it going to the past or the future. I will sort of see if there's anything that comes out of this energy, because you do have that earth here on that side there, and it's you've got earth on one side, water on the other, and it's all about the balance. So I think we're going to pull a few cards and see what we can get on those balance, putting a bit of balance, harmony, a bit of balance between the work and play in your life at the moment. So let's start off with the leap of faith and the Nine of Swords. Let's start on that side there. I think that's going to cause you more complications than on the financial side. Okay, you get the Seven of Cups. I think you need to follow your heart. Yeah, I think this is where the King of Cups comes into play. You need to be grounded in and wait and patient about things. Seven is revelation. It's revealing a lot to you. The less you engage, the more that you can manifest. The energy is trying to help you to manifest something great here, but you've got to recognize things in the base of this, in the base, or in the fundamental aspect of all your relationships around you. There is a change that needs to happen, and the King of Cups and the King of Wands could be a position that you're just being a bit too much like that. So there is a bit of being a bit wary. It's a fine tightrope that you're walking at the moment. You get the Five of Wands. Yeah, the energies are sort of saying to you, if you're going to fight this, you may find you'll get problems going on. Just don't lose yourself in any of this. Engage in the world in a beautiful way that actually, gives you the results, and also creates harmony within the world around you. But yeah, it's now time for you to follow your heart and realize that there is certain adjustments that need to be made. Let's see what's going on the financial side. Eight of Wands. Yeah, I think there's a new mission coming in for you. I think it's like you've got a business and the business is working really well and you could just sit in that business for the rest of your life, but you want a new challenge. And there seems to be information coming in, a new challenge. It's opening up a lot of opportunities, a lot of possibilities, that is giving you that healing on your karmic path of opening up a new source of engagement. And you get the Nine of Swords. You get the Nine of Cups and Nine of Swords. You know, repetitive nightmares. You've got twice as Nine of Swords here on the deck here. So energy here, I think, is also sort of saying to you that if you're not open to the change, you may find, or new challenges, you may find that the stable business that you had may start having problems because you're not going forward. You're just sitting, as it were, and I would be very wary of that. Okay, let's just see what's going on down on the base here on your relationship side. Yeah, the Emperor. There's a lot of power here, a lot of sitting in your power. This is where I was sort of saying, learn about your fire here, so you don't have to apply it. You do get the Five of Cups as well. So obviously you're, you know, you may be. I think you may be disappointed in how things might have turned out in regards to certain relationships, but there is a lot of good to be taken as well from that relationship, and I think that's what you need to build on as you go forward. Okay, I think it's really, really good for you. I'm desperate to find out about this new project for you. You get the Page of Swords. It is going to be a bit of a light bulb moment for you. I think there's a lot of learning going on here. You're really starting to open up to a whole new sort of project. Could be very, very good for you, but at the same time, it will bring balance back into your life. But don't ignore this situation that's going on in your relationship side. There you go. If you've got any questions about this reading, don't forget about the live on Sunday night at 9 o'clock of the UK time. Also, the messages from energy that's on our channel. Thank you very much for all the support you give to this channel. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.